Well, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming to this press conference. As you know, I'm Stephanie Snowden, the city administrator for the city of Lake City. We also have Police Chief Kip Coker and Mayor Lovett Anderson. Chief Coker is going to go ahead and kind of give you a development on the recent state of shootings. We're having this press conference because we want to really reassure the public that we have an outstanding police department that is working tirelessly to include the chief as well as our investigators to really get to the bottom of it. And we really just want people to understand that we understand their concerns and we're working really hard to kind of bring these folks to justice. Chief?
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
I'm gonna briefly give you some incidents that we've had in the past couple of days. Past few days actually. On Christmas Eve, approximately 10 p.m. on Independence Avenue, a young man was murdered. On January the 2nd, 2020, at approximately 3:15 p.m., another young man was shot while riding in a vehicle at the intersection of Deep River Street and Moore Street. The victim was treated and released from the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. On the same day, approximately 3 hours, which was yesterday, we had another shooting on Lassie Street and Ray Street, which is located in the city limits of Lake City. Unfortunately, a young man died on this shooting. So he was murdered while sitting in a vehicle on Lassie Street. The Lake City Police Department has teamed up with Florence County Sheriff's Office, the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, along with the United States Marshal Service and other agencies, and we've been working around the clock on these cases. I have also asked for additional agencies to assist in our investigations, along with crime suppression within the city limits of our city. Criminal activity from gangs and others will not be tolerated in this city. So please take this as a strong warning. If you commit a crime within the city limits, we will find you. I want to reiterate, juvenile curfews in effect starting at midnight. If a juvenile is out past midnight without a good reason, the juvenile and the parents will be held accountable. Loitering around clubs and businesses will not be tolerated also. I want to make an update on the first shooting yesterday at Moore Street and Deep River. As of about 5 minutes ago, we have arrested Jacory Shea John Davis out of Lake City, and he is charged with 2 counts of attempted murder and the use of a weapon during a violent crime, and more charges may be coming. Finally, we are a strong community, but law enforcement cannot do it alone. We also need the help of everyone. So please, if you see something, say something. We have an anonymous crime line so that you can report any kind of criminal activity. That number is 843-374-7226. You do not have to give your name, but in order to keep the city safe, we need your eyes and ears. It's time to speak up and speak out. Thank you.
We would like to emphasize to our community that we are bound and determined to reduce the amount of violence that is going on in our community, and that we are working together, as the chief said, with other agencies as well as ours. But it's a community issue as well, and we need a community to really stand up and assist us. You need to be our eyes and our ears. I grew up in this community, and this has been my hometown. And my expectations for Lake City is for us as a community to come together and help us solve the problem that we're having in this particular area. It takes a strong community to work together. It takes a strong community to look out for each other and take care of each other's backs. These are children that we know, and as parents, as guardians, as professionals, as workers, church members, everybody is included in the group that says we must work together to reduce this kind of activity in our communities. We want to make our community safe so that it can continue to grow and be prosperous. Thank you.
Do you have any questions?
Can you spell the name of the suspect?
First name is Jacory, Jacory. Two middle names, Shay, Shay, John. Last name Davis, Davis.
What's his age?
His birthday is 3/13/99.
Is he
20.
from Lake City?
Yes.
Are these targeting shootings between gangs or as far as the details go?
It appears to be that way. That's the route we're going, yes.
Do you consider it to be a public safety issue if they're not, if they're targeted?
Well, the public, this is gang on gang. This is not individuals just going to a random store just picking out folks. This is gang on gang. And we have a gang problem in Lake City. To my knowledge, we have over 300 gang members within the city limits of Lake City. And we're coming after them.
How long has this been going on for? Do you know roughly how long this has been going on?
The
ongoing gang issue.
I've been here 3 years, so it's been going on since that, and prior to that.
Prior to coming?
Yes, there was gang activity prior to me coming.
Any other questions? I just want to emphasize that Lake City is not experiencing anything that's not being experienced in the state or even nationally. So we're seeing a rise in the spate of violence among young people. And the question was asked of the chief, should the public be concerned? Well, the city should be concerned, churches should be concerned, everybody should be concerned, because even though it is targeted, people still live in the community, and it's not acceptable for our residents, our elders, our young people to not be able to play safely, our seniors to be able to sit out on porches, as our chiefs say. So of course, we're very concerned, but again, we have a top-notch police chief and investigators who are willing to come in on their days off, work around the clock, and then call in assistance like Florence County, SLED, and other agencies if need be. We just want to assure the public that the city of Lake City isn't just twiddling its thumbs. But again, this is not something that can be solved without everybody really coming together. And over the course of the last 6 months, we've held countless community meetings, prayer vigils. We're working with the school system for mentoring programs. So I know that people feel helpless, but we need them to really get involved. And I'm not sure if the mayor or the chief want to address that. About everybody getting involved. Mayor?
We want to emphasize that it takes a community, it takes a village to raise a child. And to do so, it means everyone must participate. We all have a stock in their upbringing and the mannerisms that they have. In a small town like Lake City, basically everyone knows each other. So we have to make sure that our parents, that our guardians, that our school system, even our athletic teams and other areas, the churches especially as well, that we all come together and work towards a common goal of teaching these young men character and teaching them how to live a life that is violence-free. Because if not, it's going to be a short life. And we realize, and I'm an old scholar of the Bible that says, if you want to live a long life, then you must honor your parents, your mother and your father. And who is your mother and your father? It's not necessarily your birth parents. It's every adult that's in the community. And so we want to work towards establishing more programs and things that we can help the youth that have all this free time, put them in a structured environment that can teach them the rules of how we should govern our lives and how we should interact with many other people. Thank you.
In other counties, Dillon and Scotland counties that may be facing similar problems with gangs, they're having a lot of problems with people cooperating. Like they're saying, if you see something, say something. That's the biggest issue, is no one is coming forward. You may think that you don't have the information, but Chief, I guess whatever they have can help.
Oh, absolutely. And the problems we run into is they're in fear of retaliation. These gang members, if somebody tells on them, they're going to go after them, and I understand that. But that's why we created a crime line that you can remain anonymous. They don't know who you are. We're not gonna give their names out. We just need the information. The folks, I think we have, what, 6,700 people that live in Lake City. Well, that's 6,700 set of eyes, and a 6,700 extra set of eyes for the police. And it helps us tremendously when people give us information. And we've been working on these cases. And it's tough times when people don't want to stand up and say something. And we have tough times along with other agencies across the state. Thank you.
Thank you all.
The facts remain the same. Please share this video.